have you with me. I am going to be showing you some of the coloring books I hope to color in during November. Again, I'm not sure how my November month is going to pan out. Lately, the past couple of months have meant that I'm quite busy and only get to color in, if I'm lucky, on the weekends or on my Monday live streams. So I was a bit reluctant to pull out a whole lot of coloring books and plans and decide, this is what I want to accomplish. Um, so far, this is what I would like to color in and what I want to continue ticking off on the coloring checklist challenge. Unfortunately, I can't tell you whether or not I'm going to get to more autumn pictures or whether I'm going to have to focus on the coloring checklist challenge. It's a bit of an uncertain phase at the moment. So with the coloring checklist challenge, I've got about 16 challenges left out of the 50, and I'd really like to see how close I can get to completing it. But I might also give myself January, maybe February, to wrap up the coloring checklist challenge. We'll see how we go. So because of that, coloring in autumnal pages might take a bit of a back foot. But then again, I'm not very good at being a seasonal colorist. I am very much driven by my mood and what I fancy coloring. So I'm going to show you my ideas in these books, and we'll see at the end of the month whether I actually got to my ideas or not. But in the meantime, it gives you an idea of where I'm headed, and we'll see what November brings. Let me clear this off and we can have a look. So first up, I have Alien Worlds. Now, we're currently as a family going through all the Star Wars films and TV series, and as a family we really enjoy Star Wars. I don't particularly like many other science fictional stories or movies because I just struggle a little bit with them, with the aliens and all that. However, watching all the Star Wars inspired me to get Alien World, so I had a little bit of sci-fi coloring going along while I'm rewatching movies that I've seen for the third or fourth time. So I started a coloring page in here, and I'm basing it in Inktense pencils. So the idea is to really push myself into unusual color combinations and try something different. So I want to create like a slightly darker background where these plant-like things are slightly glowing, at least where I've got these white circles. I want them to have a slight brightness standing out from the rest of the page. And then to contrast, I thought the aliens could be a blue into a whitish blue, so just make them slightly different. So this is so far as Inktense, and then I'm going to go over it again with pencils and deepen up the whole picture. I haven't yet got my head around how I'm going to really do the background. I've got a few ideas where I went onto Pinterest and I looked at bioluminescent artwork and that sort of thing, so I could really see how they create the background and have the foreground stand out. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, but I thought if nothing else, I'll start with what I've done, and as I go we'll figure it out. So that is something I would like to do in Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanas. Then next we have Jasmine Beckett Griffith coloring book, and as you are already aware, I am currently filming for you the completion of this WIP, and I will be publishing the videos as I edit them onto the channel in the month of November. But so I want to complete this, and then I have got this other WIP here, which, yeah, as mentioned in my end of October 2023 finish page, which I'll link up here for you, I did mention if you would like to see me color in the girl, I will do her as a video and catch you up with the colors I used for the background, which is really like a pale sage, a putty beige, maybe a French gray, then a lighter blue, and then here I've used, I think, an imperial violet. So I can't quite remember exactly what I layered up over here. I think it was lavender and a blue, but I can't remember. So yes, I can definitely do this for you on camera. The other page I would like to do, so I'll show you the pages that I want to color. I quite like this one. It's very natural. I love butterflies, so this, I really gravitated to this one. And I also have this page in mind. Now, it looks like it's a creepy page, but I've sat with it and I've thought about this page, and I've read the write-up that Jasmine Beckett Griffith gives, and she talks about hope in the dark and that sort of thing. And it had me thinking of when people pass on, and the grief that we carry when we lose things we love or things don't go out the way we like. But in the midst of that, in the midst of all that loss, there is still hope, there is still meaning to be found. I don't know how we get to finding that meaning and that sense of purpose, because I think it's different for every single person. But I really want to do this page with that sort of mindfulness behind it, where I'm thinking about loss, and I'm thinking about hope, and I'm thinking about meaning and purpose, and not because anything has happened in my life, but just because I am actually by nature a very deep person. So this gives me a way of just allowing myself the privilege and the luxury of actually thinking deeply about things and communicating my thoughts through a creative expression. So that's my reasoning for that page. And then the other page I would like to do is this one. So this would be an autumn page because of the title, Owlin in Autumn. And again, I love the color scheme. Most likely I will continue copying Jasmine Beckett Griffith's artwork. I have really enjoyed that. I just change the faces. I don't put the grey band over a face. And I do find it quite challenging to try and recreate that very gothic skin tone. I still haven't worked it out, and I'm not sure if I will, because I tend to like vibrancy in my girls. And then at some point I also need to do this page, because the checklist challenge has got a steampunk page that I need to color in. So those are some of the pages I really would like to get to coloring in this book. I'm not necessarily going to get to all of those in November, but I will pick at least one from there, or at the very least complete one of the works in progress I've got going on. Then next up, I have Mythographic Voyage. Now in here I need to complete a whip. Now some of you will remember that I started this page on a live stream, and the reason it's not complete is because I didn't finish it on live stream. So which is why if I start a page on live stream, it is best I finish it on live stream. So I need to finish this page, and that will tick off a voyage, coloring something related to voyage, trains, airplanes, the likes. And then I would like to color this page in, because I also need to color a page with a galactic or space element in it, and I quite like this. I'm hoping I could keep myself to that 3-color palette with skin tones black and a white. So this would be, I think, quite a nice way of trying to complete the challenge. And if nothing else, I have got 3D planet stickers. could just stick on if I don't fancy coloring it, which I might do just for fun, but we'll see. Sometimes actually coloring it that takes over. And then I also have this food page, which could be really fun to continue working on, and I could definitely lean into some of the Helen Elliston coloring special effects books I have on my shelf. And so the other thing, if I have time, would be to complete this whip, which I'm using Monarch pencils for. I've done Neocolor 2 in the background, and I must say the Black Widow pencils do work really well on this paper. So if you do have them and you have these mythographic books, definitely give it a try. They are really, really good. All right, so that is Mythographic Voyage by Joseph Cadambane. Next we have Romantic Country Erie. Now I've got both books out because I want to color in both books. The more I color in Erie's books, the more I really, really like them. So in the second tale, I am thinking of doing either this page or this page. So I need to choose. I need to do a page with an ocean element. But I don't know if I'm supposed to do an above the ocean or an underwater page. So I'm sort of leaning more towards this, and I would like to maybe do it a red and gold kind of theme going on with a very black or dark brown wood texture. So that would be really, really fun to do. Otherwise, this would be really great. And if I do decide to do this page, I might actually refer to Colored by Maya. Her channel has got a beautiful page she did, I think also in October, where she's got these beautiful rays of sunlight coming down, and she used all sorts of bright, beautiful colors. So I might refer to her page to get inspiration and see how I can do that sunlight effect, because I'm not very experienced with that. So that could be a nice challenge. And then I also would like to do this page because I need to color a page in either a vintage page or color it with a vintage color palette. So this would be a really, really great page to do that. And I can try for very muted color palette. So I think I'll most likely start with this one. And then in Romantic Country, the first tale, I would like to finish this whip, which is a color along I am following by the artist DK Design on YouTube. But I also have this gorgeous page here, and these children are cooking, they're in the woods, and I think it's just such a beautiful and happy page. I love their smiles, and it also reminds me of my two older boys who have gone camping with their scouts and had a really great time. So I think this would be a really lovely page to color, and maybe I try bring out some Neocolor 2s or maybe some paints. I'm not sure. I need to work on breaking out of my comfort zones. But because I've been busy, I revert to my comfort zones to help me relax. And then, of course, I need to do a page about the circus, and I really like this page. I haven't yet decided whether to do a nighttime theme or a daytime, because as far as I'm aware, most of the time when a circus is open to the public and doing their shows, it's at night. So I might do it that way, but I'm not 100% sure how to emphasize all the elements without making it too dark. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to do that. If nothing else, I could maybe try and do something similar to this, but I need to complete this whole page to understand the process and how a sunset really affects everywhere else. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this page as far as the sky goes. we'll have to wait and see. For all I know, it's during the day and the bear is just practicing balancing on a ball. So those are my ideas in Romantic Country, the first tale by Erie. And then finally in Moonlight Mischief by R.J. Hampson, this is the hard back version. I thought if I get a chance, I might try and do this page. So I'm thinking starting off with like a nighttime, not necessarily a very dark nighttime scene, but a darkish blue, and then turn it into a gradient towards like a true green, or not quite a true green, but maybe an aqua kind of color. And then these are the blue waves coming out, or maybe I do it into purple because it's imaginary, so could just about do anything. So I might come into this, but we'll see how time goes and what my mood dictates. All right, so those are my coloring ideas for the month of November. As always, if I get a chance to, or if I am led to by my mood to color in more thumbnail pages, I will definitely pop into that, or I might work on some more of my whips and try and bring that list down. On the plus side, I haven't added too many whips to my collection in October, so I think November is off to a good start. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me, for listening and interacting. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you in another video. Until then, everyone, take care and happy coloring. Bye for now.